Right, kids, here we go for the first day of Aintree's Grand National Festival. Spring is here, I've had the sun on my back, and my world's a better place as I'm up in Merseyside. So let's get on with it and sort out a couple of the lesser races first. First up for us, though it's at the back end of the card, is the bumper. Jeremy Scott's Princess Day was very professional last time out at Newbury, turning the screw in the final 2 furlongs and leaving the rest trailing in her wake, despite running under a penalty. More of the same, please, Lorcan, and back on level terms, I think Princess Day can complete the hat-trick. I suppose that Gary and Josh Moore's Timomzell could figure after an impressive 6.5 length win at Sandown Park, but this ground's a bit quicker, so that's a question to be answered. While Max Cumley's Birds of a Feather was a knockout on her debut under rules, giving the field 19 lengths of daylight, so could feasibly step up to this grade. That's me, 3 for the closer, but Princess Day seems to have the most to offer. Earlier on in the Fox Hunters, for me, Unexpected Party is the class act of this field, and I have no qualms about backing him for a Hunter's Chase hat-trick under Heidi Palin. She's been winning on Unexpected Party with plenty in hand at Taunton and Haydock Park, and I reckon that with better ground can gain a first win here at Aintree. The prolific Barton Snow has to be on anyone's shortlist, while Emmett Mullins, it's on the line, is sure to go close, but don't always find for pressure. So Unexpected Party it is. For my nap, it's going to be a great day for Dan Skelton, if I've got my sums right, because I think the new Lion's winning the Aintree Hurdle. For all that, this is one hot renewal, with Champion Hurdle, 4th Alexi, and 2nd Brighter Days ahead, both easy enough to fancy, while Willie Mullins has returned El Fabiolo to the sticks this term, and he makes a fascinating contender on this quicker ground. I suppose Brighter Days Ahead has the form in the book, winning this in 2024. But this is the new Lions trip, and he's winning it for me. Fingers crossed. And my next best is Impera Pass, going to post in the bowl. Django By is all the rage for the bowl, and after a fine second to Gaelic Warrior in the Gold Cup at Cheltenham, I can see why. But I can't get away from thinking that Impera Pass is the one to take Django By on. And these are my reasons. 1, Impera Pass is totally unexposed at this trip, so we don't know how much more he's got in the locker over 3 miles plus. A known unknown, if you like. 2, spring is when Impera Pass really comes alive, with plenty of wins when the sun's out and the ground is a bit quicker. 3, that was a tough race for Django Bay at Cheltenham, and I wonder if Nicky Henderson's hot favourite might just feel a bit leg-weary when that last half mile really hots up. That all said, Willie Mullins has to turn Impera Pass around from something being amiss at Cheltenham in the Ryanair, but there ain't anyone better to do just that, and it's his only runner in this Grade 1, The veteran Protectorat has looked better than ever this season, so is my each-way pick, but I'll chance my luck on a rejuvenated Impera Pass for the bowl. Starting on Thursday, well, what a really hot Grade 1 we've got coming to get the Grand National Festival going. Seeing as there is the 2nd, 3rd and 4th from the Triumph at the Cheltenham Festival all here, this race is oozes class. But I've got to tell you, the way that Dan Skelton's Maestro Conti finished up the hill at Cheltenham has made this an easy pick for me. Also, while I bang on his drum, Maestro Conti's beaten both La Luna Artista and One Horse Town this year, so looks the strongest juvenile, 2-miler, from this side of the Irish Sea, and I reckon that Aintree's a perfect fit for him. Willie Mullins has Selma de Very, who chased home Narciso Has in a Grade 1 at Leopardstown at the Dublin Racing Festival, so should be fine around Aintree's flat track, but if the ground dries up, I think that will help Maestro Conti more. Manella Study should be on the premises, but Maestro Conti I can see making a strong bid from a couple of furlongs out and running them ragged on quicker going. Next up, I can't see past Lulamba for the Manifesto, and having started a short price favourite for the Arkle at Cheltenham, finishing 3rd, maybe some unfinished business here. Well, on the plus side, this step up in trip should help, and maybe Aintree's track will also aid Nico de Boinville in meeting the fences on a stride, which I thought was what cost him the Arkle, with Cargies and Kopek de Bordes both on the whole showing some slicker fencing. You've got to say this looks an easier task than the Arkle, which is why Lulamba is such a short odds on price. Then bookies ain't taking no chances, but with Ben Pauling's Mambo number 5, and Paul Nicholls' Blue King Daru, both with unlocked potential over fences. It's no gimme this. On that note, Mambo number 5 and Blue King Daru both look way too generous odds for an each-way tickle, if that's your thing. But Lulamba should be winning this. In the Red Rum Handicap Chase, horse for courses, I reckon, and that means it's Sunbrewy for the Red Rum Chase. He won it in 2024 and 2025, and although the form leading up to this over the winter don't stand out, don't worry about that. Paul Nicholls' charge is a different beast here at Aintree in the spring. Expect Harry Cobden to be somewhere at the front, because that's worked in the past, and this is a track where if you get into a good rhythm, it's half the job done. I've got to say, Anthony Honeyball's Brookie looks a cracking each-way angle, if that's your thing. But I'm expecting a bold bid from the front by Harry Cobden on Sunbrewy for the win.